Hi guys, this is Crystal and I am off to Shambhala here on YouTube, and these are a few of the BOLOs that were included in episode 4 of Reseller Shop Talk that I tried to get images for but they didn't work out, and so I talked about these in that show. So this is just sort of a secondary video. So let's get started. There's just a few things that I wanted to talk about. This one is a Matilda Jane dress, and it didn't actually sell for $79.99. It sold for $59.99. And it was new without tags. But if you find this particular dress, and there are other Matilda Jane dresses that you could get $50, $60 for it if they're new, maybe even 40 or 50 used, and you might even be able to command the new prices for some of them because they're just highly desirable and they're hard to get sometimes, some of them. You know, they have like a real following. And Matilda Jane, if you're not familiar with the Matilda Jane brand, they're not really an MLM, but they do like home shows, kind of like Pampered Chef. And that's the only way that you can buy the stuff is from what they call trunk keepers, which are like the, I don't know what another word would be, like the dealers. But they don't sell these in stores. And I don't think you can just order them online. Like, you have to contact a trunk keeper. So it's set up sort of like those MLM, Amway, Pampered Chef deals where you just have to contact a special dealer. But there's a real following for these. And they are so adorable. All their stuff is so cute. But it is amazing how much people will pay for little girls' dresses. Now, in each one of the Matilda Jane items has like a name, and this one is Sunny Weather Dress. And the people that are familiar, you know, the buyers, they know, they're familiar with these names. And then they're all part of like a collection, and this one is from the Secret Fields collection. And there's a website called, darn it, it's not called darn it, MJ Collection or MJ Lookbook. I can't remember, but it's a really good resource for identifying the different pieces. So if you happen to come across a few Matilda Jane pieces and you want to be able to name it, it might help to go to this one website, and I will have a link below for that Matilda Jane resource. Now, and it is a little tricky to try to name them, but I may be creating some kind of a guide here soon, because I just happen to have all of this information. Somebody brought me about 200 pieces of Matilda Jane clothing, a former trunk keeper. Like, she wanted me to consign sell about 200 pieces of brand new Matilda Jane clothing, so I've really learned a lot. Anyways, but the stuff sells amazing, and you can get good prices, and the used stuff, it even commands really high prices, actually. So, I mean, of course, even with holes in it, like, I can't believe, like, I'll put something up with a hole in it, a little pair of pants for a baby for $20 with a hole in it, and people buy it right away. It's crazy. And you know, you hear about these brands where people are like that. Like, it almost doesn't even matter what condition it's in. Oh, it's funny. So I'm loving Matilda Jane. It's been a good experience. Okay, so while I've got you here, also in episode 4 of Reseller Shop Talk, I was talking about incognito window, which is like private browsing. And here's the drop down screen. Like, you would click on this little 3-line icon here, and if you're in Chrome, and then you would just choose this new incognito window, and you can also do Control Shift N. And now we'll open up a window that will not store your browsing history. And I talk about that more extensively in Reseller Shop Talk episode 4, if you want to go back there. And, okay, so let's go to the next thing. Okay, so this is that Crock Pot. These were selling really good around Christmas time last year. I think they were getting around $30, $35, not including shipping. I can't remember, but I just remember being bowled over when I looked, because I thought for sure they'd be like, a bunch of people would have them up for 12 or 15 at the most. Maybe some people would be trying to get 20. I thought for sure this was going to be one of those things. But, and a lot of crock pots really aren't great sellers, I don't think, because from what I've heard through the grapevine, I've never tried to sell like a regular crock pot that has just like the one big compartment thing that's on the inside. This one is small and it has a divided compartment. Let me see if I can get the picture up. Yeah, here. Well, it's got this clear lid, and then here's what the compartment looks like. And it is like a enameled ceramic or something. Yeah, so it's really good for like holidays. And maybe they're, I don't know, they're not available a lot. Or people just like the convenience of picking them up online, or they're, you know, whatever, I don't know. But I was surprised that this actually sold. And I think they paid like another $20 for shipping. I should have had it ready to go. My numbers. I guess I could look at it, but I'm not. But anyway, so somebody bought it for $23.99, not including shipping. This is the correct price. And then, like I said, I think I made a couple bucks on this shipping. But at Christmas time, you can get more money for these, and they sell more like hotcakes. I listed this after Christmas in January, and it took about 6 months to sell, 5-6 months. So definitely like a Christmas season BOLO. But yeah, and the other thing I like about these mini crock pots is you can throw them in a 12 by 12 box. You know, they're just a little easier to deal with. You know, smaller the better. So just be on the lookout for these, and you know, because these are things that you could probably pick up for $2 or $3, maybe $5 at a Goodwill. You know, $5 or less at a garage sale. And of course, you know, stainless steel is like hot right now, so that probably helped too that it was stainless steel, I'm sure. Okay, let's go to the last thing. Okay, this was my home run that I tried to show in the home run report, and it didn't come out in episode 4 of Reseller Shop Talk. But this is another Matilda Jane item. So if you're not into the clothing, you know, for sourcing or selling, whatever, you could still be on the lookout, or you should still know about Matilda Jane, the accessories, like this blanket. And they have other blankets too, and they sell really well. And this one did sell for the $139.99, and it sold like within a couple days of listing. And I was thrilled. And the trunk keeper said to list it for $100, and I noticed that there were some of the blankets sold for like $150, and I couldn't find any comps on this. And so I'm like, well, I'll just put it up at $140 and see what happens. And just bam, sold. And the lady was on vacation, and she was like, I'm going to be on vacation. I'm not going to be back until the 5th of July. Can you just hold off on shipping it until I get back? Because she didn't want it like sitting on her porch or whatever. I don't blame her. I mean, that's what she was just like, I want it. I'm buying it now. She's not waiting around. That's the magic of Matilda Jane. And this is called the You Make Me Happy blanket from the Secret Fields collection. Now, this one would have been hard if I didn't know, if the trunk keeper hadn't told me that that's what this is. I wouldn't have been able to find anything. I couldn't find anything on this. And I wish I'd have listed it for even maybe like a $20 more. And I'll tell you what, you might be able to get $100 for this used. I am not kidding. It would be worth a shot anyways. Maybe 80 if it had a few condition issues. Maybe if it was really, really bad condition, maybe 25. You know, like, I mean, it would be worth a shot for sure. But yeah, the people do, you know, tend to pay top dollar for new things. Condition is king in this business, but when you've got a really good brand, people will overlook certain conditions. I think that was everything that I missed. So yeah, those are some of my recent really good sales and things that you should be on the lookout for, in my opinion. So have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Hope this helps. And leave a link below to your reseller content video if you have videos that you make, or a website, or something having to do with reselling or selling on eBay or even Amazon. Please feel free to put a link below in the comments. I will definitely take a look at it, and hopefully other people will too. So have a great day. Bye.